Welcome to Hockey Pucks and Marshmallows, where we talk about anything and everything. We know that life is messy, but beautiful.
Join us as we deep dive into the soft and sweet marshmallows of life, while we acknowledge the inevitable hockey pucks that hurt us, but don't break us.
I'm Savannah.
And I'm Melissa.
Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hello.
Oh my gosh.
I've been singing that during our last 25 minutes of sound checks. In case anyone's wondering the work that goes into this podcast.
It's all sound check.
It's all sound check. We cannot manage to do that in less than 35 minutes.
Well, and every time we record differently. Every single episode we find.
The episode that we did with Lake, we literally got there like an hour early because we had no idea how to set that up.
I don't understand.
Anyways, I still don't. But hello. Welcome back to Hockey Pucks and Marshmallows. We are so glad that you were here with us. It has only been like 2 months at this point, which we should get serious props for.
I think we deserve 3 weeks off.
Oh, good choice. No, we have one more episode and then 3 weeks off.
We've been working so hard, y'all.
We're gonna have 2 episodes for you, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Well, luckily we didn't really put much work into this episode.
The
hardest we worked was, sound check and coming up with the perfect prompt.
And I'm so excited about it, to be honest with you.
So this is episode 10,
It's episode 10.
Okay.
No, it's 11. We did 10 last time.
Oh.
I was stoked because we started season 2 last time.
What makes a season?
I don't know.
It's arbitrary. This is season 3.
First of all,
I've been
seasons
through.
are absolutely arbitrary. Like, there's no rime or reason to them.
Fair, yeah.
Unless you are, like, getting paid for this, which we are not.
I've been through 5 seasons of my life
In the
since
last
March. Let me tell you.
7 months.
Yeah.
I literally was, like, listening to our... All right, let's go into this. This is my hockey puck of the week. I decided... Actually, it was both the puck and the mallow, truly.
Oh, okay.
I decided to listen to our 4th of July episode from last year to get prepped and ready for 4th of July this year because we love the 4th of July.
Yeah.
We do.
Well, in case you forgot who I was also, because we haven't seen each other in a
I
year.
know. It's been so long. Like, you got married or something, and then, like, I haven't seen you since then. Except for, like, once, but...
I barely saw you before that. I haven't seen you in the last,
your defense,
year.
you were working a lot. End of the school year. Rough.
Anyways.
In my defense, I was prepping for a test, and
Yeah.
I finally passed it. Yay.
Okay,
All
4th
that
of
to
July
say.
episode, sorry.
4th of July episode. I was listening to the 4th of July episode. Number 1, laughing so hard because truly Melissa Nicole at her peak with the history facts. And that was when I asked you what happened between the Bible and 1500 because I had no idea. And you had to go into this whole spiel about...
Oh, I don't remember that. I mean, I remember it now, but I didn't remember that.
Because I literally was like, I got nothing. End of the Bible, medieval times. I know there's a lot.
Huzzah!
I almost said L'chaim. That is
There is Jewish history in there as well.
There is. You're right.
That's funny.
Thank you. So I was listening to that, and it was that was the hockey puck because that was a marshmallow.
Oh,
because
was that bad?
It was such a vibe to like. I was like, man, we had a good time doing that one, and I remembered recording it at your teeny house.
Yeah.
But then the hockey puck of it was that I remember I was sitting there and we were talking about literally like how much I love summer because I'm deep dive into VBS. I'm in the middle of all this stuff. And at the end of last summer was a really, really rough time for me. So, like...
The biggest puck of them all.
And we'll talk about that in another episode. But we have decided we're going to have a little bit more of a hockey puck episode next time. So, yeah. It'll be a little more serious. Today's going to be really silly, though. We're going to have lots of fun.
I was like, look, we've had 25 minutes of trying to get this to work, and it's been hysterical. And at this point, it is 9:36 p.m., I can't have a serious conversation.
Absolutely not. First of all, when can we really have a serious conversation?
True. We can.
We'll give it a solid effort next week. I also don't want it to be a sad episode. So I think we're going to get like a good mix of good stories in there. I have a couple ideas of how I could we can still talk about our topic and yet still make it lighthearted.
Yeah.
I have a couple ideas. But anyways, that was my hockey puck and my marshmallow of the week, all wrapped in one, basically. And then in the middle of it, I called you and I was like, I just miss your voice. Even though I'm listening to it.
Oh, here's my live voice. Oh,
thank you.
Yeah.
As you sit 3 feet away from me, we can almost
man.
touch. We can't though because the mics will get too close.
Yeah, we can't afford it. Can't afford it. My marshmallow has been being married, honestly. I know it sounds cheesy,
Sweet.
but it has been...
It's not cheesy, it's sweet.
It's sweezy. No, it's actually been a really great time, and it's nice that I'm not working because we actually can spend time together. But it's just been better than I could have imagined it to be. Like, and this sounds so silly, but I like him more than I did before.
No.
Which is like, you wouldn't think
Give it a
that
couple
after
years. I'm
like,
just kidding.
well, no,
Bad
but
joke.
Okay, two old people that have lived very independent lives.
It's hard
moving in.
to
I thought it
mesh.
would be a lot more like butting into each other.
Yeah. That's fair.
And it hasn't been. It's been a
good.
really, really sweet, fun time.
Taste
It's been
and
really
see that
great.
The Lord is good. Taste
Honestly.
and see.
And just another evidence of how much God has like just redeemed my story and stuff and given me a second chance, and it's just been beautiful. So it's wonderful.
I'll cry. It's too early for this. Too late, I guess. Bedtime.
I don't know what's happening. And then my hockey puck has been like, I've been like very friend lonely lately because we've all been super busy.
And we're all way more separated now.
And we all like moved away from each other. That's been really hard. So,
Yeah.
and then like our friend group has changed at church, and it's just been like, it's been a very difficult season to navigate. And something that I've like talked to my students about too. I was like, friend group flows and ebbs and flows like in adulthood too. And it's never easy. It's like, it's always hard. It gets easier because you know, you're like, you've had it happen before and you know it's not the end of the world. Whereas when you're younger, it feels like it's the end of the world. But yeah, it's still hard. But again, luckily it's summertime, so we have a little more free time to do stuff. Oh, that's the High School Musical song that I don't know.
You haven't seen HSM 2?
No.
First of all, sounds like a movie night to me. But
Yes.
it's summertime. It's our vacation. Everyone, today, our episode, we have decided we are going to let ChatGPT run this game. So here is the prompt that we gave ChatGPT. So you can hear that, and then I want you to hear its response. I said, we have a 2-person podcast where we talk about anything and everything. Some episodes are silly, like when we talked about our favorite weird food combinations, our road trips, and our favorite things of 2023. We also want to talk about things that are a little more serious, as we never want to shy away from the fact that life is hard. We look at life from a Christian worldview, and we hope to point our listeners back to Jesus. We would like you to guide our conversation today. Ask us silly questions, request stories, help our listeners get to know us a little. And here's what the ChatGPT said. Absolutely. That sounds like a beautiful blend of humor, honesty, and hope. Which honestly, that's beautiful. Side note. He said,
Oh my gosh.
It said, I'll guide your podcast episode like a fun, thoughtful MC, tossing you both prompts that let your personalities shine, invite laughter, and offer depth. Let's call this episode title, Deep Dives and Snack Crimes, Getting to Know Us Again. I don't know what that means, but I'm going with it.
Snack crimes. You know what is a snack crime? I offered you a Trader Joe's chocolatey coated chocolate chip cookie dunker, and you said no. That is a snack crime.
You're right. I'm sorry. But I do want one. I'm a little full right now. I just
that's
had
fair.
dinner. I had dinner like 8:30.
I'm really proud of you for saying no. I'm not great at saying no right now to snacks.
It's easy when your tummy's like so full. Anyways, all right. Are you ready for prompt number 1? Opening prompt for the intro. It says, all right. Tell us what you're both drinking or snacking on right now. Be brutally honest. Are you sipping cold brew with oat milk, or did you just down a Capri Sun and call it breakfast?
First of all, no
That's
judgment.
Hurtful. I was like, I have done that. So
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah. Second of all, Trader Joe's chocolatey coated chocolate chip cookie dunker and a Kroger brand decaf sweet tea.
That's beautiful.
I
I
live in my snack. That's not a
went
snack
to
crime.
my absolute favorite restaurant. I eat
It's
their
not a restaurant.
quick service.
There you go.
Slow service. I don't know. I go there like at least once a week. It's bad. It's called Island Bodega in Cerritos. I will tag them in the comments because they are so good. It is the best. I don't like the word acai bowl because
You know, like acai.
no, I do like acai, but that's just like way too putting it in a box. They're like smoothie bowls, and they have really good coffee. So I'm sipping on one of their coffees, and I just finished a bowl. Delicious. I'm gonna tag them in the comments. Go there. Actually, I went there the other day, and the line was like 15 people long, and I was like, people have discovered my spot. I felt, but it was delicious.
Good on them.
Mm-hmm.
Tag them. Get more people in that line, you know?
I mean, we're happy for them.
Yeah.
But also like,
I love that.
All right. Segment 1. Snack crimes and guilty pleasures. What is a food combination that you absolutely love that would get you kicked out of a potluck?
Okay, is this gonna repeat our podcast?
I don't know, but we're gonna
episodes?
find out. We're gonna find
Okay.
out.
Um,
What would get us kicked out of a potluck? I can tell you one. Have you had our cheesy pineapples? The Wilkinson's cheesy pineapples?
No, I've never heard you talk about it.
Let me tell you. It's like the best thing. But usually when people like, when I bring it somewhere, I just say, don't ask what it is. Just eat it and then tell me if you like it or not. Basically, it's chunky pineapples.
Okay.
Crushed up Ritz crackers.
Okay.
Cheddar cheese.
Okay.
And butter. And then you bake it.
What the what the heck? First of all, I would absolutely eat that. That sounds bomb.
It is. It's absolutely
That
delicious.
sounds bomb. That's hilarious.
But when you say it, it sounds nuts. So I think I could kick that out of a potluck for that.
I love that. That sounds, I actually really want to try that. That sounds good.
Send you the recipe. It's mostly what I just said, but I can give you the ratios.
Excellent.
That's all
ratios.
4 ingredients. It's real easy to make.
Okay. I really like, I don't eat them very often, but I really like peanut butter BLTs.
I'm sorry.
Like a BLT with peanut butter and mayonnaise. I like the
just stir up
mayonnaise
my
on the
mouth a little
tomato
bit.
and the lettuce side and the peanut butter on the bacon side if I have a choice.
I just like threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't that weird. I mean, I know it's odd, but I'm not gonna get. Also,
Peanut
I wouldn't be
butter.
making peanut butter BLTs and bringing it to a potluck. Like,
First of all,
that's a lot of work.
First of all,
Let me tell you, potlucks are terrible, and I'm
I know
so
you hate
tired.
potlucks. We literally had this in a text conversation this like 2
Dude,
weeks
I'm
ago.
so tired of it. Potlucks are so expensive for single people.
Absolutely.
You have to spend like $15 to bring like enough food for like 1,000 people, but you're not eating much. You're only one person. It's not.
I would rather just
economical.
bring my own meal.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I love it when we like normalize bring your own dinner while hang out.
Bring your own dinner.
That's
We
beautiful.
will all hang out. Bring your
Unless
lunch,
like
we'll
the
hang
plan
out.
is we're making a pot of spaghetti for all of us.
That's what I'm saying.
different.
Like-
but like potlucks, no.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm a no on that one.
It's a lot of work, and then it's like you just end up getting a lot of the same thing. I don't know, not the same thing, but like it's just all sides. Which actually, to be fair, sometimes that actually is really
I was
fun.
like, first
I'm
of
not
all, I love
complaining about
sides.
that. I don't know.
Give me
It's
a
just
pile of
weird.
mac and cheese and I'm a happy gal. All right. Who between the two of us is more likely to eat cereal for dinner and call it efficient living?
Oh, me?
Because I hate cereal. You know that.
Do you really?
You know that. I hate cereal. If I'm going to
why?
eat cereal, I want it dry with a glass of milk on the side.
What the heck is what's happening?
I do not want them together.
Okay, this is a snack crime. You're okay. ChatGPT. It's like you knew.
I don't. Like
I don't
cereal.
eat cereal very often. I'm not a big milk person anymore.
Yeah,
but I
understandable.
do eat. I mean, cereal's delicious. Okay,
Not for me, but
Yeah.
I'm glad that
that
you
was how
enjoy
I was
it.
raised. Dinner oftentimes was corn dogs or cereal if my mom was at work late.
I was very lucky, and my mom did not believe in us eating cereal for breakfast. So she got herself up very early every morning, partially because as a child I was a disaster to get ready. I was that child. And partially because she wanted us to have like cooked breakfast. So that's why I'm a little bougie and want pancakes in the morning.
Okay, there you go. So I'm like, I don't have time for pancakes. Give me a little
Yes, you
Cap'n
do.
Crunch.
Let me tell you how obsessed I am with the Trader Joe's Dutch griddle cakes
Oh,
in the freezer section of
Okay.
Trader Joe's. 35 seconds in the microwave and they are absolutely perfect, fluffy
Wow.
pancakes.
tagging Trader Joe's in this episode too. Shoot.
I'm telling you, I'm a Trader
Okay.
Joe's gal. Trader Joe's is the place to go if you're a single person because
Yeah, it's a good.
it's
Smaller
easy to have like
portions.
super small portions.
Yeah.
And I was like, what I do is I cook one for the night and have the rest for tomorrow. Like that's perfect.
I'm gonna call you Trader Jan.
Oh, you should. Thank you. All right. Next question. What is the worst thing you've ever tried to microwave that you probably shouldn't have? And I have a really good answer to this.
Go ahead.
When I was like old enough to know, I'm gonna go like 9 probably. I just wanted the little freezer tacos. You know what I'm talking about? Put them in the microwave. They heat up for like 35 seconds.
Okay.
On the box, it says ready in 10 minutes. So I put the microwave for 10 minutes.
Yeah, that as you should.
Mm-hmm.
Did it explode?
Big fire.
Are you serious?
Inside the microwave. My dad
Oh.
was so mad. And he's like,
Yeah.
you know that 10 minutes is for the oven, right? And I was like, that would make a lot more sense.
When I was a kid, same thing actually. My brother and I wanted hot dogs. We put them in for 90 seconds, but we didn't put them in the knife for 90 seconds. We put them in for 9 minutes, and they exploded all over.
Poof.
Yeah. Which, by the way, speaking of, Have you ever done peep jousting?
No.
You take 2 peeps, you put toothpicks in like either in like the right side of their little shoulder, so like they're holding a little joust, and you face them, you point them towards each other, have them face each other in the microwave, then turn the microwave on, and as they get bigger and bigger and bigger, they eventually like get closer and closer, and they'll pop each other. See who wins.
We
Yeah,
need to do that.
yeah, peep jousting.
That's one of our next things I want us to do. We'll get a video of it for you guys. All right, snack attack lightning round. Are you ready?
Okay.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Sweet. Cold pizza or reheated?
Cold.
Reheated. Ranch on everything? Yes or no?
Yes.
Agree 100%. This is sweet. Segment number 2. Stories from the road, literal or metaphorical. We told one on a road trip. What did we expect, really? Tell us a story from a road trip that should have gone horribly wrong, but didn't.
Oh, you mean no wrong turns?
Or did. There's an entire episode about it. Actually, there's 2 entire episodes about it. We highly recommend you go back and listen to them if you need to laugh. What's the weirdest gas station snack you've ever bought on a long drive? I would never do the nasty things. Like, I would never do the heated things at a gas station. Like, if I'm getting a gas station snack, it's going to be like a Gatorade and like chips.
You have never been to gas stations in Texas.
No, I know that. Because I know that your state has amazing food in their things.
QT.
But I've been to QT. I lived in Arizona, remember?
You never got hot dogs from QT?
No, I live in
or the
fear
breakfast
of
sandwiches?
Arizona QT. Excuse me. I lived in fear of all gas station snacks. I thought you were talking like Buc-ee's. Like, I would eat it like Buc-ee's food for sure.
No, dude, QT and QT kitchens, oh my gosh. Their food was so good. Like, you could order ahead in their app. It's not like,
it's not like for that?
Yes, it's not like AM PM. It's like way, 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 way better. I'm serious.
I'm down. I'm down to try it. Maybe not in Arizona, maybe in Texas.
Yeah, that was where I started eating on my hot dogs. I would do barbecue sauce and relish. Now that's my favorite topping
really?
On hot dogs. Was that QT? Because they had
adorable.
those were like some options that they had, but they had really yummy croissant breakfast sandwiches and apple fritters and I guess that makes sense, like donuts and stuff. But like they had pizza, they had sub sandwiches. It's like, yeah, it's
I totally believe you, but I was like, I feel like the QTs in at least where I was at were much more like an AM PM.
No,
like Arizona ones.
I went to the QT in Arizona. I went to 2 QTs in Arizona actually for my 27th birthday. That's what I wanted, Whataburger. So my friends and I woke up at 5 a.m. to drive to Whataburger and then go to QT. And the closest one was in Glendale. Is it Glendora?
Glendale,
Arizona.
Glendora's over here.
Okay, yeah. Well, so is Glendale. So, but yeah, Glendale, Arizona.
That's
so
true.
we went.
There's also a Glendale. Yeah.
Went to 2 different QTs because I wanted my frozen cappuccino and my apple fritter.
That's adorable. I love that for you.
Anyways, but no, yeah.
So you eat hot dogs at?
Huh?
You eat hot dogs at gas stations?
I mean, I would. I don't really eat gas station food nowadays.
Yeah.
But I would. I loved QT's food. That's like good quality food.
All right.
Anyways, go ahead. What next?
If our friendship had a road sign, what would it say? Examples: sharp curves ahead, scenic route only, dead end, but we turned around. It's 100% that one. There's like no alternative question. Dead end, but we turned around. Because how many times did we do that?
Like, 100%. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Thank you,
What was the
ChatGPT.
question? If our friendship
had a road sign, what would it say? I mean, no wrong turns. I feel like
caution is good enough. Like,
I liked the sharp curves ahead as well.
yeah. Boy.
Wildest ride in the wilderness. I mean,
when have you ever seen a road sign in traffic that said wildest ride in the wilderness? How about just stop? Just a stop sign. Proceed with caution.
definitely that one. Definitely that one.
Oncoming traffic does not stop.
The oncoming traffic does not stop. What's it called in Hawaii on the road to Hana? They have the like honk before the curve. Because there's only one lane. And you could just... We just had like a wall of signs I feel like we just created. Do not pick up hitchhikers. Which to this day is my favorite sign that I've ever seen. Anyways.
Oh my gosh.
That was great. Thank you, ChatGPT. All right.
So good.
Are you ready for the next segment?
Yes.
Segment 3. Would you rather soul and silly edition?
What?
Yep, I said what I said.
I need you to say it again.
Would you rather soul and silly edition?
Is it the end of the sentence?
Yep, that's the
Wait,
title.
I don't understand.
The title of segment 3.
Oh, I thought that was a question.
No, that's the title of
Okay,
segment 3.
now I'm going to need you to say it again because I cannot follow what is happening.
Segment 3. First of all, you should know that it's the upside down smiley emoji.
Okay, that's how I feel right now.
Segment 3, titled Would You Rather Soul and Silly Edition?
Would you rather, soul and silly edition?
Yes.
Now I'm with you.
Sorry, it's hard to-
punctuation is important.
It is.
I was
Let's
like,
see, Grandma.
literally, I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say right now. It's this question. I don't know.
Punctuation is so important. All right.
Okay, I got you.
Let one of you answer first, then the other responds or argues.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
You can
Okay.
you can answer first, and I'll respond or argue for the first one.
Okay,
You ready? Would you rather have an embarrassing ringtone go off during a very serious moment, or have to narrate your own life out loud in third person?
Oh, embarrassing ringtone. Absolutely.
I was like, Savannah totally can narrate her life in third person.
I'm constantly narrating my life, but not in the third person, and sometimes out loud though.
I feel like sometimes Savannah has to do it out loud because what's going on inside her head is wild, and you don't want to be there.
It'll be outside of the head. I love that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, definitely embarrassing ringtone.
Okay. Would you rather have coffee with one of your Bible heroes or dinner with one of your biggest real life mentors?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess I would say coffee with someone that I like look up to from the Bible, because
Who would you pick?
I could see
get
my real life.
one.
I can see my real life like mentors anytime.
That was my thought
So,
too. I was
like,
I feel like I see
this
some
sounds
my
more of
real
just like
mentors
a
quite a bit.
practical, logical one. I mean, I guess Jesus.
That's a valid choice.
Yeah, but if that's too like on the nose, maybe like David or Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat Joseph.
Donny Osmond.
Yes, not Donny Osmond, but that Joseph. Yeah.
I think I would also choose
Mary,
coffee.
Goodness.
Mary would be interesting. I think I'd want to talk to like
Or James. Like what was it like growing up
siblings
with
of
Jesus?
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wild. Okay, so here's my thing. You know that I love Judges. Like, it's like my favorite book of the Bible.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think I
Some
picked
crazy
Deborah.
times.
She's
Okay.
a judge, right? Yeah,
Yep.
she's a female one. Yeah, like mostly because she was like from the beginning. She was like one of the first like women leaders in general, and also she was not only did she like lead these people, like she like especially the entire concept of judges, like they brought them out of despair like into something new. So I'd love to have a conversation with someone who lived in the judges time, because I love the concept of judges in the cyclical nature of it. Like, so these judges were there for like the rise and fall.
And the rise and the fall.
And the rise and the fall.
Yeah.
And the rise and the fall. And I think it'd be so interesting, like, being able to have that conversation of like, when did you know we were going back down?
Yeah.
Like, did you see it coming? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think that interesting things I'd love to discuss with people.
Yeah.
Someday in heaven. Party at my mansion. Come on by.
I know it's like with like, I think it would just depend on like when I was having coffee with them, like what was going on in my life at the time, because there are certain seasons when I would definitely be like, David, we need to chat. Like, how did you overcome that shame and still focus on God and turn your life around still, you know? Or like when life's going really crummily, like with Joseph, like how did you keep your faith in God even when you were sold into slavery by your brothers, even when you were falsely accused of doing something you did not do and then thrown into prison for it, and then like all these things that weren't your fault, but then in the moment it's hard to see God's goodness, but then looking back it's easier to see it. And like I have the benefit of seeing that, like reading about those stories from people in the past, and then being able to be like, okay, that gives me encouragement and hope now, because if God did it for him, he'll do it for me. And then in my own life, like I can see like, okay, God still delivered me from that bad time, and you know, what man intended for evil, God turned into good, you know. But what was it like when you were in prison? Falsely accused. And What was it like? You know, when am I having coffee? What am I dealing with that week in my life?
That minute of my day.
That minute of my day. What am I feeling?
Minute of my day.
Yeah.
What vibe are we riding? We love to ride the vibes.
Yeah.
So fun. So valid. I mean, like, what an interesting... In general, like, I feel like our lives are just so ever-changing. And I love that the Bible does have, like, people and things we can turn to for all of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no matter what we feel for the day, like, someone has felt that too.
Yeah.
Like, what an...
Good and bad.
Well, I was like, my thought is, I was like, what a... I don't like the word delightful. What a comforting feeling. Yeah, to know that, like, there has been someone there before and you are not alone. Because I think that that's the really dangerous trap we can fall into when we're in, like, times of trouble, is, like, that I'm the only one who's ever felt like this.
Yeah. Nope.
And you are not. Next question. Oh, this is going to be really good. You ready?
No, but go.
Would you rather have unshakable peace and chaos?
Yes.
Or unstoppable joy and monotony?
Crap.
Man.
Well, again, it depends on what I'm going through right now in my life. I would say joy and monotony. Even though I've gone through a lot of changes recently, but like I'm feeling it's hard to be content with some things. I've always struggled with contentment as an Enneagram 7.
Fair.
And so I think finding joy in the monotony and the chaos still too. So I'm going to pick joy.
I think I would pick peace and chaos. I thrive in chaos.
Oh.
But I thrive on chaos.
You're like a raccoon.
Yeah. My 4th of July shirt.
Listen, I'm a delight.
My 4th of July shirt that I just got, guys. It's a little raccoon with sunglasses on, and it says red, white, and feral. I'm so excited about it.
You bought it?
Yes, I did. First of all, it was delivered today. Excuse you.
I love that.
Ready to be worn tomorrow.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I thrive in chaos. I do better when the world is spinning up here.
What do you mean by better?
Because I can make better decisions and I can more trust my own instincts in chaos because I'm not in my own head.
But you could just have to make snap decisions.
It's snap decisions. Like, it's let's go. You know what I mean? And I'm good at snap decisions. If you were asking me do this or do that, I can pick one.
Yeah.
When you give me 35 minutes to decide that, I've got nothing because I have spiraled out of control.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
So peace and chaos, like, would be interesting for me because I'm good at chaos. So peace, being able to let my mind settle in chaos, would be a really interesting feeling for me.
I like that.
I don't know if that makes sense or not.
It's very different from the way my brain works, but
That's fair.
yes, I can see. I mean, I can understand it.
Maybe it's like, maybe my mind, what I'm thinking of is like internal peace and chaos versus like external peace and chaos, because I can make the external part happen.
Right. No, I think just because you're able to make those snap decisions doesn't mean there's peace. It means you're able to function, which is great, and you're able to work under pressure, which is wonderful. And it sounds like if you are able to make good decisions in those situations, then it sounds like you do have a sense of peace at a certain level.
That's fair.
To be able to make those. Because if you didn't have peace, then you wouldn't be able to make those decisions. You would be like anxious and swirling in the chaos. But it sounds to me like you are focused. But for you, chaos doesn't just mean a bunch of stuff happening. Maybe for you, chaos is just unstructured.
Ooh, that's an interesting thought. That's probably true. Have you seen my house?
Have you seen my everything?
My car.
My life. Yeah.
What is chaos? What is structure? Man.
Chaos.
So many good questions here. Anyways.
I think, chaos, I feel like is like a lot of uncontrolled things happening around you. So that could be like you don't have, maybe it could just be like just a bunch of open time. Maybe that's...
Which is a dangerous place.
Right? There's no structure there. Like, there's not a lot of things, but there's also nothing.
Well, that's why I feel like I could never do one of those, like, desensing things where your, like, senses are all...
Oh, yeah,
I would lose my mind. The dangerous level of Savannah alone with her thoughts for X amount of time.
So that's something that sounds like we need to work on.
I mean, I'm not saying
I think the Bible literally says, sit on your bed and be still and be quiet. Shut up!
I don't think that's what it says.
That's the Melissa interpretation.
Melissa.
That's what someone needs to tell me sometimes. That's that version.
Anyways,
but yeah,
an interesting thought process. Be still is, I think be still is different than remove all your senses. Do you know what I mean?
I do.
Because being still, like, at listen, like, my opportunities to be still at listen are so good. You know what I mean?
You're not
like,
in complete utter silence.
It's not, like, terrifying. It's not, like, echoing in my ears. I can hear my heart pounding. Like, that freaks me out eventually.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyways. The last topic. Not the last topic. Segment 4. Are you ready?
Yeah. No, but yes, go.
Life is hard, but God is good.
Oh, thank you. Life's a climb, but the view is great.
Movie.
That's such a good movie.
Such a good movie. All right. What is something that made you laugh and cry this year?
Like at the same time, one thing?
Both?
That's
what it wants, yeah.
I laughed so hard I cried. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay.
I'm ready.
So we had readathon at our school a couple months ago. And one of the parents volunteered to come read to the different classes, right? The different grades. And shout out to Mr. Campbell. He came and read a book to my 7th grade class. And it was, oh my gosh, what was it called? It was about a fart. And it was like,
I'm ready.
Okay. Oh my gosh. It was like a fart finds a friend. It's about a fart literally finding a friend. So a fart comes into existence and he wants to find a best friend. That's like his dream.
Adorable.
But no one wants him. I think it's Frankie the Fart Wants a Friend, I think is what it's called. So he's on a quest to find a friend, but no one likes him. So everyone like leaves when he comes around and he's like really sad. And it's really sad. And then he finally finds a friend, spoiler alert at the end, but I won't tell you who it is. But it's
a can of Febreze.
No.
That would have been funny
even
though.
better. It's even better.
All right.
The writing in this story is so well done. It is so funny, and just like their wordplay and just the way it is written is so funny. And so I'm like crying because it's like actually sad, like slightly, but it's also so funny. I'm laughing so hard. I have like tears, and my students kept looking at me, and it was funny because at first the kids were like, this is not funny, like this is like potty humor, like come on. But then you could see even the ones that like don't laugh very often, like we're starting to like laugh but then like cover it so they wouldn't, and by the end they were all like laughing like hilariously. It was so funny. And it was a really sweet story, just like that, you know, you might feel different and like no one wants you, but there's always going to be someone out there you'll find your people, you know.
That's so cute.
But also a lesson for on the flip side, just because someone's different doesn't mean we should treat them differently, and we can befriend those that are different from us.
I like that.
And we need to notice them when people are lonely and reach out. But it was like, I'm not doing it justice. It was one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
That's
in my
funny.
life. Like I was dying.
That's really funny.
I think half of the fun for the kids too was seeing how hard I was laughing. I could not keep it in. It was hilarious. But yeah,
that's so good.
That was the one.
I was like, I'm racking my brain. Like I know we've been like I laugh a lot
when the dog peed the other day.
You're right. That was the greatest. All right, guys. Thank you, Melissa, for bringing that memory up.
Because I almost said that one, then I was like, wait,
we were at a house dog sitting we were not dog sitting. I was sitting there while someone else was dog sitting. The dog started peeing and didn't realize he was peeing.
Right.
And then you could see the look of terror on his face when he realized that he was peeing, and he's like waddling all over the house. He's backing up, urine everywhere.
He's backing up, trying to get away from this spray of liquid coming out of him. It's a puppy.
He did not know what to do. It was so funny.
The best part was, so every step he took, he'd turn a little, which would point it in a different direction. So it was like a moving fountain.
And then Lucy started walking and slipped in it. And guys, it was like the scene from Cheaper by the Dozen when the kid like falls in the vomit. And the rest of us are just unable to stop laughing.
Fell on the ground. I was laughing so hard.
She did.
And I also peed my pants a little bit. I was laughing so hard. That's one of the funniest things I felt like I was in a movie. I was like, this is like in a cartoon.
I needed to laugh this hard. Yes. Like it's been so long since I've laughed this hard.
Yeah.
It was so good, guys. 10 out of 10.
It was hilarious.
Don't want it to happen again though, but it was
No,
great.
Lucy has a bruise on her knee.
Does she?
Yeah.
Really? Poor girl.
She landed like Black Widow status.
Oh,
Like it
good
was
for her,
really
though.
actually pretty epic, but
All right, are you ready? This one's gonna get rough.
oh boy.
What is one moment recently where God felt especially close, or where he felt quiet, but you clung to him anyway? I have an idea. I have one.
Go ahead.
I don't know if this. I'm gonna call this close, but I think it kind of fits the category. Let me tell you, it's kind of a weird story, but it's a good story. I mean, like, it's no secret that I like been like going to different churches and like finding a new place in the world. You know, it's okay. But right before I moved out of my neighborhood, I was walking on the street. There's Savannah. I like turn. I'm like, who is talking to me right now? And up walks this dude. Like, I don't know you. And he's like, Savannah, yes, you do. First of all, so awkward.
But you said out loud, I don't know you.
Because he was like, hey. And I was like, I don't know you. And he's like, Savannah, yes, you do. And I was like, this is super awkward because I definitely do know you. Because you know my name. So you definitely know me. I do know him. It took me a few minutes to put it together, like to put all the puzzle pieces together. You know when you like know someone like in a very different context from like where you're at?
Yes, yeah.
This was that moment. Like this was such a different context. I never would have put this human in this place. What ended up happening was he is somebody that I know. I've known him. I went to young adult events with him for church. So I like know him. He doesn't go to our church. He didn't go to our church. He went to another church. So I like knew him from that.
Okay.
And I'm going to say this is like a moment when I like in not feeling like God wasn't close, but that like I haven't had like that kind of a community in a long time. Is that a good, this is more the connector in my head. Yeah. This dude, the Lord bless him, first of all, wonderful guy. He says, I'm just chatting on a street corner with a dude that I haven't seen in a while. And he says, so what have you been reading lately? And I was like, not much. What
a question.
And he's like, really, you're not in the word right now? And I was like, I mean, I am like at church. And he's like, you know better than that.
What?
And I was like,
who is this chap?
First of all, the Lord speaks through him. Like, you should meet him. He's a really great dude. And I got to have, from that like super few minute interaction, we then ended up having like a really fun like 35-minute debate on like something really deep and theological.
On a
street corner for like fun. Like we just like got like we were, because that was like how we became friends at that youth event. We were just fun bickering, you know? And it's like he's one of those people that like when you talk to him, number one, he like exudes the spirit. Like you can feel it coming off of him, right? And he has a verse for everything. So he's like, he can spit them left and right. And I'm over here like, man, I got to dig way into my repertoire to come up with a response at this point.
Google that one.
But I can't Google it because it's cheating. And I'll tell you that in that moment, in that time, like where I have been missing that big piece of, where I know that I've been missing that like huge piece of community and of what God has called us to. Yeah. That felt like God was just like pulling me back into it. Like, that's awesome. Don't worry. You will find your place. There are still people, and someone whom you haven't seen in months still cares. Dude literally texted me this week. I should text him back. He's a great guy. Like we're still friends. You know what I mean? And that's like, I was like, I need people like that in my life more often. First of all, that are going to ask the hard question. What are you reading right now? Because how often do we, like, I've never asked you that.
I've never asked you that.
You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, first of all, we need more people in our lives like that. And number two, we need that kind of a community where we can push those questions and not feel like attacked.
Because it's not like a judgment question. It's like a genuine,
I'm concerned for you if you're not in the word right now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And like, I know that you know it's important. So when I ask you, you're not going to get defensive because you know that you want to be doing that. So it's like,
yes. So I'm going to say that I know that's kind of a roundabout answer, but like that where I have not felt disconnected from God, because I'm still in church. I'm like, all those pieces are still there, but I've missed that huge piece. Like God was like, don't worry. Like you're still one of mine. You know what I mean? And like this random dude on a street corner that I never would have noticed. And I literally didn't think I knew.
No, you told him you didn't know him. I don't
so
know
awkward.
You,
he was like, yes, you do, Savannah. And I was like, you're right. I probably do if you know my name.
That's funny.
That's my story. That's my story from last couple months.
That's really cool. I love that.
We need more interactions like that.
Yeah, I'm really happy for that's really great. Church is just weird now, and I've just been feeling very disconnected also, just because of just the friend groups changing and people there and not there anymore is just weird. But But at the wedding, at my wedding, at our wedding, I know, right? Like looking around and seeing like how many people were there and how many people stepped up to help and how many people were involved. Like looking around, Gabe and I were just like, I can't believe, first of all, this is like the most fun I've like ever had. And second of all, like this is for us, like we are so loved and taken care of. And I was like, even though church has felt weird lately, like my people are still my people. Like God is still like reaching me through people. And that like again, church isn't just even, it's not the building, and it's not even the service necessarily, you know. So yeah, that was just a nice reminder that like, yeah, God's still working, and he haven't lost everybody. You know,
definitely
it's
not.
just gonna be different.
You can't lose me, by the way.
Thank you. Good. I don't want to.
I'm one of those people you can throw me on. I'm still no, I'm not. Hey there. I'm still your friend, even if you don't want me. Good luck getting rid of this.
That's funny. Yeah.
All right. How would you encourage someone who's listening today and feels like they're running on empty spiritually or emotionally?
Get off of your phone.
100%.
Get off of social media.
100%. The world is broken. Please take a step back.
Like, connect with a real person.
Yep.
And I think like noise is the biggest interrupter of our spiritual life and our emotional life, our mental health. It's just like constant noise, and then we feel like we need it because we're, like you said, like I myself also, like we don't like the quiet because then we'll think about things, but it's like, but we have to think about things, and things are not bad. Like what the problem is then when we're running away from things, and then we have to deal with it, and then we're like, you know. But like social media gives you the quick dopamine that makes you think you're connecting with people, but then you crash even harder and you feel lonelier. And it's all a lie. And I'm on social media, like for sure. But then we waste so much of our time on it, and then we wasted our lives, and then we don't feel good about ourselves. And then like, even if you're not looking at content that like might make you compare yourself to other people and feel bad, you're just going to feel bad about wasting your time. I would say reach out, and you're probably not the only one in your friend group or family feeling that way. You just maybe might need to be the brave one to be the first one to say something.
It's rough out there. It's a jungle out there, and I agree with you 100%. Like, put your phone down, step away from social media, step away from the media. Like, the world is so hard.
Okay to take a break.
It's okay to take a break from that.
Our hearts and minds were not meant to know everything going on.
Absolutely not. And I'm like, as hard as that is to like grasp conceptually, it's important to be informed, but at some point there is information overload, and that will hurt you as well. You know what I mean? And please, 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 when you are feeling that way, number one, call a friend. You need community in those moments. And number two, go on a silly little walk for your silly little mental health. Like, getting your body moving, especially in those lows, is so important. Get into nature, smell the pine trees. Like, we have to drive really far for pine trees here, but I will do it. Touch some grass. What is it? Harvard did a study, like the smell of Crayola crayons lowers your blood pressure.
What?
Oh, it's absolutely fact. We can look it up.
Interesting.
Harvard did an actual study that smell of Crayola crayons will lower your blood pressure. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get those pieces back together, because
make something.
Like make something,
draw
new.
Something,
even if you're bad,
create.
You created something today, and we are proud of you.
You didn't just consume something, you created something that's taking space in this world, because you deserve to take up space.
I remember when we used to have a conversation about your opinions matter because you matter.
Yes, I do.
I used to send her a text every single day, and I want you to think about that every
for
time.
Like a week.
You're right, I forgot about it. And if you need to create something and you don't know how to create something, you can send me a message, and I will teach you how to make a knitted blanket. And you can make one in 35 minutes, and you have now created something. And I will send you a very quick video of how to do it. It's very easy. Yeah. I
think also, like, those of you that are Christians or read the Bible, Psalms is a good place to start too. A lot of raw emotion, high and low, in there. And it's nice to know that, like, it's nice when someone else can put the words to it. Like how you're feeling.
Love that. I also, my verse is not from Psalms in my head. The one's in my head will never come up with the first half of the verse. I'll put it in the DM. I'll put it in the comments. The second half is lead me to the rock that is higher than I.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I think about that frequently, like point back to what's important. You know what I mean? At the end of the day.
And like,
am I good at it? No, but
yeah,
I'm gonna keep trying.
That's the thing is we can ask God to help us in those moments. Like, lead me to the rock. I can't get there on my own.
Exactly.
You know?
All right. Wrap up prompt is the title of this section.
Okay.
That's all right. Last question. I'm gonna cry. I already feel it coming. If your current season of life had a title, like a sitcom or a devotional book, what would it be called? Current season. We've already done our book. We've already done our life story. What's your current season called?
Changes. Yeah, I mean, that's...
Mine would be Finding My Cornerstones.
Oh, I like that.
What are the things that matter the most?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jesus, but like, aside from that, what matters the most?
Yeah. I'm trying to think, because there's also like been a lot of loss.
Mm-hmm. But there's been good
But there's
too.
also been, that's the thing, there's also been like super high goods.
Highs, yeah.
So, you know what? He's God of the hills and valleys.
Ooh,
all right, Torn Wells, we took it.
We
took it. This would be the valleys version though.
Ooh.
Not the hills version. The valleys version. But yeah, cuz yeah, he's definitely there, like, and he's given us some super super highs, but there's also been a lot of lows, and that's been hard.
I was thinking something like on the same like train of thought. I was thinking about like crumbling skyscrapers.
Oh,
Like you have both those like really high pieces and like also the really broken bottom parts.
once the bottom's broken, the whole thing's coming down.
Eventually.
Chipping away at the skyscraper.
Chiseling away at his skyscraper.
Away. Little moles digging it around. I don't know what a mole sounds like.
I hope it sounds like I hope that's what a mole sounds like.
I think they whistle when they speak, like in Winnie the Pooh.
I was just singing Whistle While You Work in my head from Snow White. And that's all I'll think of when I think of a mole now, because they're basically human moles. With their little pickaxes.
And their helmets. Because moles wear helmets.
They do in the
Well, they have
Journey
the
to
lights.
Atlantis.
Yeah. And in Winnie the Pooh.
Do they?
Yeah, he's wearing, right? That's the gopher. The gopher whistles.
What is the
there a
difference between a
mole?
mole and a gopher? I assume they're different animals.
Moles infiltrate both species. They like to plant themselves within organizations, gathering intel. Gophers are kind of like, they just go fetch the coffee for the
I see.
for the CEO of
I see.
of the animal
I
kingdom.
see. You are a wild stallion.
I don't know the
And
difference
you
between
are
a mole and a
very
gopher.
tired at this point, and I can
Yes.
tell. And that's okay. We love that.
I think moles are smaller than gophers.
I don't know, and I'm curious now. We're going to have to look it up later. But we have ChatGPT that says, would you like me to write a little intro script and short devotional reflection you could include at the end? We would like the ending devotional, please.
Oh my gosh.
I'm ready. Are you guys ready? I hope you're ready. The title. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The title is The Joy and the Juggle. I don't know what that means. I don't know.
Juggling all the things and crazy
Absolutely.
things in life.
All right. After an episode filled with snack crimes, weird road trip
Stop with
stories.
the hold on,
That's
stop.
what he said.
I'd stop with the snack
That's what
crimes.
they called it. I don't know.
This is stupid.
That's what it decided it was called.
Oh, gosh.
Snack crimes, weird road trip stories, and microwave confessions. It's easy to laugh and think we're just a couple of goofballs doing life together. And honestly, that's beautiful. That was them. That wasn't me.
Wait, that was them? And honestly, it was beautiful.
That's it. Honestly, I would have said that. So thank you.
Wow, that's...
But let's not miss the deeper truth in all of it. Life is funny and fragile. It's messy, mundane, and magical. Sometimes all in the same day. There's a verse in Ecclesiastes 3 that says, there's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Ecclesiastes 3, 1 and 4. God doesn't expect us to compartmentalize our lives, to only talk about him in serious tones or only bring him our pain. He's here for the laughter, the late night fast food runs, the long drives with good friends, and yes, the breakdowns, the questions, the hard moments too. I'm gonna cry. So if you're listening today and you're in a season that feels confusing or chaotic, we just want to remind you, Jesus is still steady, still near, still kind. The same God who made you laugh till you snorted at 1 a.m. is the same God who catches your tears at 1 p.m. when the day's just too much. I'm literally crying.
Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous.
Final thought. Don't be afraid to bring all of it to Jesus, the silly and the serious. He's big enough for both. He delights in being close, no matter what season you're in. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Until next time, keep laughing, keep leaning on Jesus, and maybe don't microwave fish ever. Or tacos for 10 minutes.
Or hot dogs for 9. And on that note, may you have more marshmallows than hockey pucks, but know that Jesus is with you through all of them. Bye.
Bye.